A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. When he entered Rome, Paul was allowed to live by himself with the soldier who was guarding him. 3 days later, he called together the leaders of the Jews. When they had gathered, he said to them, "My brothers, although I have done nothing against our people or our ancestral customs, I was handed over to the Romans as a prisoner from Jerusalem. After trying my case, the Romans wanted to release me because they found nothing against me deserving the death penalty. But when the Jews objected, I was obliged to appeal to Caesar, even though I had no accusation to make against my own nation. This is the reason, then, I have requested to see you and to speak with you, for it is an account of the hope of Israel that I wear these chains." He remained for 2 full years in his lodgings. He received all who came to him, and with complete assurance and without a hindrance, he proclaimed the kingdom of God and taught about the Lord Jesus Christ. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
The just will gaze on your face, O Lord.
The just will gaze on your face, O Lord.
The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold. The searching glance is on mankind. The just will gaze on your face, O Lord. The Lord searches the just and the wicked. The lover of violence he hates. For the Lord is just. He loves just deeds. The upright shall see his face. The just shall gaze on your face, O Lord. Alleluia, alleluia.
Alleluia, alleluia.
I will send to you the Spirit of truth, says the Lord. He will guide you to all truth. Alleluia, alleluia.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, Lord.
Peter turned and saw the disciple following whom Jesus loved, the one who had also reclined upon his chest during the supper, and had said, "Master, who is the one who will betray you?" When Peter saw him, he said to Jesus, "Lord, what about him?" Jesus said to him, "What if I want him to remain until I come? What concern is it of yours? You follow me." So the word spread among the brothers that the disciple would not die. But Jesus had not told him that he would not die, just, "What if I want him to remain until I come? What concern is it of yours?" It is this disciple who testifies to these things and has written them, and we know that his testimony is true. There are many other things Jesus did, but if these were to be described individually, I do not think the whole world could contain the books that would be written. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Well, I think both of our readings today combine to give us one simple message that's easy to remember. Be attentive to your life and journey, not your neighbor's. Be attentive to your life and journey, and not your neighbors. Think in the first reading, Paul is under house arrest. And we learn at the end of the reading, he's under house arrest for 2 years. Now think of how confining that must have been. Paul was a very active apostle. He traveled extensively. He was on the move constantly. And here he is now, at this point, under house arrest, wearing chains. But he's attentive to where he is and the circumstances that have been imposed upon him. And he makes the best of his house arrest. And we're told he talked to anyone who would come and continued to bear witness under very different circumstances from what he was used to. Then when you get to the gospel, you have this little scene between Jesus and Peter. And Peter is very curious about John, the beloved disciple. And Jesus says in effect to him, it's none of your business. It's absolutely none of your business how I want to treat John the disciple. Your job is to follow me. Now, I don't know how many of you were at Eucharist yesterday, but if you were, those were the final two words that Jesus spoke to Simon Peter after he asked 3 times if he loved him. And the gospel ended with Jesus saying to him, follow me. And if you were attentive, you notice he repeated those words to Peter again today in the gospel. After telling Peter to mind his own business, he says again, your job is to follow me. Your life is unique to you. My life is unique to me. And our job is not to assess what the other person is doing. Our job is to simply keep our gaze focused on Jesus and to follow him through whatever circumstances life imposes upon us. Unfortunately, when we begin to wonder about our neighbor, we sometimes lose heart. We sometimes get discouraged. Sometimes we get angry. So Jesus' advice today, I think, is simply, be attentive to your life and your journey, not your neighbor's.